Hello students, today TK is here to explain to you the concept of simultaneous linear and non-linear equation in two unknowns. So two unknowns mean in x and y, and first of all I'll explain you graphically what type of solution do you get, what does it mean when we get answers when we solve one linear and one non-linear equation. So let's see case number 1. Here you see linear equation is giving you a straight line graph. I am not giving you equations here. Later on I will take examples and I will show you working. Right now graphically I am explaining you what does it mean. So if you are solving one linear equation and one non-linear equation which has a curve of this shape and they are intersecting at 2 points, so you say there are two solutions. We will see example of this a little later. Second case is there is a line, linear equation, and a curve. When you plot it, it just touches at 1 point. It means you are getting one solution, or you can say two equal solutions. And the third case is when you sketch a linear line and linear and non-linear and they do not intersect. It means there is no solution for such linear and non-linear curve. Let's take an example here. Now I have taken this question from exercise 2.2, question number 5. So what we will do? What do you think we will do? Can we solve it by elimination method? We will use substitution method here. We will make a subject of a variable from equation 1. I have made a subject y. You can make x also a subject. In both ways it will be alright. And then this value of y I will substitute in equation number 2. So I have mentioned here 1 implies because I am taking value of y from equation 1, and then I will substitute it in equation 2. So here in place of y I am writing 5 minus x, and now I will simplify it. 5 plus 1 is 6 minus x square, and you know what I will do now? How I will go right after this, what will be my step? So do you remember the algebraic identity a plus b whole square? Yes, recall. Yes, it was a square plus 2ab plus b square. So I will apply that algebraic identity on both of my terms. So it will become this. Okay, so now I will add or subtract like terms. So it will take this form now. So I think this much all of you can do because it's a simple algebra, addition and subtraction of like or unlike terms. And after that, what I will do? I will simplify this equation. All of you know how to factorize by dividing middle term into two terms. But before that, I will see I can simplify this equation, so I will simplify it and it will become x square minus 5x plus 6. Then I will factorize it by breaking minus 5x into minus 3x and minus 2x. And from here I got two values of x, 2 and 3. Now what happens? At times the student stop here and they think question is over. No, you have to find out the value of y as well. So let's see what you will do now. So this was equation number 1 from which we made y a subject. So in this equation, one time I will substitute x equals to 2 and then I will substitute x equals to 3. So from here I have gotten two roots. It means the linear equation and curve are intersecting at these 2 points. So this is the meaning of the answer here. So at time it is asked, what is the meaning of this answer? What do you understand? What is happening? So you can say it means line and the curve are intersecting at 2 different points. Okay, now let's take another question of exercise 2.2 and it is question number 9. Now if you see, the second equation is in the fraction form. So whenever it is in the fraction form, first of all take LCM and try to finish LCM. It just make your working simple. Otherwise you can substitute in fraction also, but then you need to be more careful. So now from equation 1, I am making x a subject. So you see I have taken x to this side and 3 to this side. And now my x is 3y minus 3. I'm just writing it by making a subject on the right hand side. Now what I will do, I will substitute this value of x in this equation. But before that I will take LCM and simplify equation 2. Try to get rid of fraction form. So once I will take LCM, I hope you know how to take LCM. So this 2 will multiply by this x and 1 by multiply by this, and I will get this form. And then cross multiplication, I multiply 2 by this x 3y. And now I will substitute the value of x here. The value of x was 3y minus 3, so I will substitute here and I will substitute here. And then I will simply apply algebra of multiplying with the bracket and the number outside. So I will get this form of the equation. Okay, so now I will simplify it and bring it into quadratic form. Once I have this quadratic form, I will factorize it, but again I see I can simplify it if I divide it by 3. So I'm dividing this equation by 3 and therefore I get this one. So now I will factorize it. I'm dividing 7y into minus 3y and minus 4y. So I hope all of you understand what is happening here. It's simple factorization, and then from here I got the values of y, half and 2 over 3. So my question is not finished here. Now I have to find the corresponding values of x as well. So these values of y I can substitute in the equation where I made x is equals to 3y minus 3. I just manipulated the subject in equation 1. So now these values of y I will substitute here and here, so which I have shown here, and it will give me x equals to minus 1 and x equals to minus 3 over 2. So my coordinates are here. So again these are two different coordinates which shows that line and the curve are intersecting at two different points. Let's take one more example, and this question I have taken from miscellaneous exercise question 9, exercise miscellaneous. The question says find the dimension of the rectangle whose perimeter is 36 meter and which is such that the square of the length of the diagonal is this. In my experience, I have seen mostly children have a problem in understanding or comprehending this question. So I'll try to explain it to you with the help of diagram. So question is talking about a rectangle, and let me take the length and width as x and y and diagonal as d. And question says the square of the diagonal. It means d square is equals to 170 square meter. So let's see how we will find the dimensions. There are basically two conditions given here. So can you think what are those two conditions? Yes, quickly. So let's say the length of the rectangle be x and the width be y centimeter. So perimeter of the rectangle we know is equals to 2x plus 2y. And perimeter is given to us 36, right? So now I will take 2 down here, so 2 will cancel it and it will become 18. So this is my first equation. Now it is also given to me that d square is equals to 170 because it was given diagonal, square of diagonal is 170. So by Pythagoras theorem you can get, so if I show you here what you will get from Pythagoras, tell me, your d square is 170. So what comes in your mind before I tell you the answer? Okay, let's see what you're thinking is same what I'm telling you here. So it is d square equals to x square plus y square. And in place of d square, you are substituting the value. Right? So this is your second equation. Your first equation you got from perimeter, the second equation you got from Pythagoras theorem, and now you will solve them simultaneously. So this value of x you will plug in here. And now you will solve it by the method of a minus b whole square, which is, yes, what is? It is a square minus 2ab plus b square. So when I open it by that algebraic identity, I get this. And now I will simply do addition and subtraction of like terms. I will get this. Here I am dividing the whole equation by 2 to simplify. Before doing breakup of the middle term to factorize, I would suggest or advise, please simplify the equation if you can. It's not always possible, but when it is possible, simplify. It will always be helpful, and finish the work quickly. Okay, so now after doing middle term breakup and factorization, I got two values of x, y11 and y7. So now these values of y, I will substitute in the equation which I got from perimeter to find the values of x. So here, after substituting the values in 18 minus y, y11 and y7, I got 11 comma 7 or 7 comma 11. So you can take either length 11 width 7 or length 7 width 11. So this is the end of the question. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you think you have learned something from this video, then please like it and subscribe it so you will get all my new videos immediately. I have a plan to do more, solve more questions and explain more concepts of ADMAS book, questions of ADMAS book. And if you have any particular question in your mind which you want me to solve for you, you can see my email address in my description and send it to me. I will definitely help you. Thank you very much for watching.